Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi techie people, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome back to our series on integrating augmented reality and virtual reality into language teaching with me, Miss Mariska. In this video, we'll explore the practical applications of augmented reality in language teaching and look at some of the tools you can use to bring AR into your classroom. Let's dive into it. One of the most exciting applications of AR in language teaching is in vocabulary building. Picture this, instead of using traditional flashcards that just show a static picture, AR flashcards bring words to life with 3D models. For instance, if you're learning the word apple, rather than merely seeing a flat image, you could view a 3D apple that you can rotate, zoom in on, and explore from every angle. This interactive approach makes learning much more visual and hands-on. With AR, students don't just see a word, they get to interact with it in a way that makes it feel real and tangible. This visual and auditory enhancement helps students connect words to their meanings more effectively. Seeing and hearing the word in a dynamic context strengthens their understanding and makes the learning process far more engaging. Moreover, AR flashcards provide not only visual representation of words, but also integrate auditory elements. This combination of visual and sound helps boost comprehension and retention. By visualizing words in real-world contexts, students can grasp vocabulary in a more meaningful way. It turns learning into a fun, interactive experience that feels more like play than study. And because it is so engaging, students are more likely to remember the words they're learning. AR isn't just fantastic for vocabulary building, it's also a game changer for improving pronunciation. There are some amazing AR apps out there that analyze how students are pronouncing words and provide immediate feedback. It's like having a personal language coach right there with you, ready to help with every pronunciation challenge. Imagine practicing a tricky word with one of these apps. The app not only demonstrates how to say the words correctly, but also listens to your attempt and lets you know if you're on the right track. If you're slightly off, it can guide you on how to adjust your pronunciation right then and there. This kind of real-time feedback is incredibly valuable because it allows students to correct their mistakes as they go, making their practice sessions much more effective. Moreover, AR apps use visual cues and auditory examples to guide learners, which enhances the pronunciation practice. They adapt to individual needs, offering personalized practice and feedback that makes each session more targeted and useful. Plus, it's all interactive and engaging, which turns what could be a daunting task into a fun and less intimidating experience. AR really stands out when it comes to interactive grammar exercises. Traditional grammar practice can sometimes feel a bit dry and repetitive, but AR has a way of turning it into something much more engaging, almost like a game. Imagine instead of filling out boring worksheets, you're solving a grammar puzzles or tackling challenges right on your screen, complete with colorful visuals and interactive elements that make the whole experience more exciting. What's fantastic about these AR-based exercises is the instant feedback they provide. If you make a mistake, you get to see exactly where you went wrong right away and can correct it immediately. This kind of real-time response helps students learn faster and more effectively without the frustration of waiting for feedback later. By transforming grammar practice into game-like experiences, AR not only boosts learner engagement, but also makes the whole process more enjoyable. This gamified approach keeps students motivated and eager to continue learning, making grammar practice feel less like a chore and more like a fun challenge. By turning grammar practice into a game-like experience, AR makes the whole process more enjoyable and keeps students motivated to keep learning. AR has a fantastic way of bringing cultural context into language learning by offering virtual tours of cultural sites. Picture this. You're learning French, and instead of just reading about the Eiffel Tower, you can take a virtual tour of it right from your classroom. You can stroll through the street of Paris, visit famous landmarks, and see how the language is used in everyday life in its native setting. These virtual tours do more than just give you a digital sightseeing experience. They immerse you in a cultural context of the language. By experiencing the culture where the language is spoken, you can observe how certain phrases are used, pick up on local expressions, and get a sense of the rhythm and flow of the language as it's used in real life. AR also presents interactive narratives that highlight cultural nuances and historical context, which enriches your understanding even further. It's like having a cultural immersion experience without leaving your classroom, making the language learning process much richer and more meaningful. It helps learners connect with the language on a deeper level, fostering both language skills and cultural appreciation. There are some fantastic AR tools out there that can really enhance language lessons. Some of them, for example, Mondly AR is a great tool for building vocabulary. It turns learning new words into an interactive experience by bringing objects to life in 3D. So if you're studying animals, you could see a lion or an elephant right in your room, making the vocabulary not only stick, but also making the learning process fun and memorable. Another handy tool is Google Translate's AR feature. This is perfect for quick translations. Just point your camera at any text, like a sign, a menu, or a document, and it translates it for you in real time, right on your screen. It's like having a translator right in your pocket, which makes it much easier to navigate different languages on the go. Duolingo also offers some exciting AR features that gamify language learning. It turns practice into a game-like experience, which can make learning more engaging and enjoyable. Similarly, Memrise enhances vocabulary and grammar practice with AR too, helping students visualize and interact with language concepts in a more dynamic way. These tools make learning more engaging and practical, giving both teachers and students powerful resources to bring language to life. All right, let's dive into a real-life example of how AR was successfully used in a language classroom. In this case study, teachers integrated AR activities into their lessons to enhance vocabulary and pronunciation, and the results were pretty impressive. Instead of just passively absorbing information, students were actively participating and interacting with the material in ways they hadn't before. The most exciting part? Students' engagement soared. They became much more interested in the lessons, were more motivated to learn, and genuinely enjoyed the process. But it wasn't just about having fun. The impact on learning outcomes was significant. Students retained information better, understood concepts more deeply, and applied what they learned more effectively. AR games and interactive activities played a crucial role in their success, increasing both engagement and motivation. As a result, there were notable improvements in vocabulary acquisition and pronunciation. This case study really highlights how powerful AR can be in transforming the learning experience, making it more dynamic, engaging, and effective. While AR offers many great benefits for the classroom, it's not without its challenges. One major hurdle is dealing with technical issues. Sometimes the technology might not work as smoothly as we'd hope. Perhaps the app glitches or the AR content doesn't load properly. These hiccups can be quite frustrating, especially during a lesson. Another important challenge is ensuring that teachers are properly trained to use AR tools effectively. It's not just about knowing how to operate the technology, it's also about understanding how to integrate it into lesson plans in a way that truly enhances learning. Without adequate training, AR can become more of a distraction than a helpful tool. Access to devices is another factor. Not all schools may have the necessary AR devices or the right software compatibility, and internet connectivity issues can further complicate things. Additionally, the cost of AR devices and software can be a significant barrier for many schools and educators. That's why it's crucial to be well prepared before bringing AR into your classroom. Make sure you have a solid understanding of the technology, plan for potential technical issues, and consider how you'll address access and cost challenges. With the right preparation, you can overcome these obstacles and make AR a valuable addition to your teaching toolkit. All right, techie people. In this video, we've explored the various applications of AR in language teaching. In the next video, we'll shift our focus to virtual reality and its potential in the language classroom. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.